So for awards and recognitions, I think it's a personal opinion and it's very okay. I think that it's not a way to seek validation for whatever reason. I feel like awards are to encourage you to say well done to you, but you don't have to base everything you do on your career about the awards and the accolades. They come, they will come, and on the part of the world that I operate in, folks decide to give their favorites awards, and that's okay. If there's an award that you feel like you deserve and you are not being recognized, try, work hard more, push more. We all keep pushing. You push more, work hard until they decide to acknowledge your hard work. But for it being a validation process, I don't think so. But then very shout out to every award. I got a couple of it myself. Nomination from the African Film Festival Dallas. Why am I saying that? Gosh. The African Traditional Film Festival, Dallas, Texas, nomination for Best African Actress. So yeah, that's a good one, and I feel proud about it because it's out of my comfort zone. They didn't need to know me. I didn't need to know them. They hadn't seen me before. They saw my work and then decided to recognize my work. Okay, so speaking of people who have been supporting of my career and who had influenced my career, most of them don't even appear in camera. I'll start with Tunde Kelani, that gave me the first voice to do something amazing on an international project on Aruba. And then we have Chioma Ude, who was the brain behind AFRIF, that sponsored my scholarship abroad to school and study filmmaking in France. There is Funke Akindele, of course, that decided to cast me for a role that I probably didn't interpret well at audition, but because she knew I could do it or she saw something there, she went ahead to cast me for it, and then he brought everything good my way. There is Rita Dominic and Mildred Okwa, who picked me up when it mattered most. There is Daniel Adejumoke, who believed in me for my TV career to be able to be on TV. There is Tony Payne, yes, that gave me my first TV job as a TV presenter in Nigeria in 2011. So there are lots of people who have influenced my career who probably don't even get into the camera. You don't get to know them because they are very quiet, silent movers and powers that be. So yeah, I respect everybody. And then yeah, I have to remember and acknowledge Big Sam. At some point, yeah, he was very supportive of my career as well. So yeah, there are lots of people. You can't mention everybody's name, but then everybody's respected. I love everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of having to know people to be able to function in the business of filmmaking or acting in Nigeria, the power, the money, the influence can only get you thus far. The problem and the main issue is staying there. It's very difficult to maintain that level. So even if you know people, if the nepotism works for you, you will need to maintain that place where the nepotism had gotten you to. And if you can't do that, that's a bit of I don't know. But so for me, I would say you need God, you need to pray, you need to be patient. Like Rome was not built in a day. Nobody just happens. You have to really work. You own your craft, know what you're there for, respect every human being there, don't fear no one, and yeah, go for it. Yes, that's what I think it is. Romantic roles. Yeah, I've got a couple, maybe like here and there. Yeah, but for me, I'm very particular about theater. So romantic roles come to theater romantic. No. How did I say theater romantic? Yeah. Theater romance. So yeah. Yes, I have a couple of them. So yeah, Adejumoke Aderonmu is a great actor. We all know him. He's is awesome like that. I thought that when love is not enough is a success, because I worked with a body of talents that surrounded me with their grace. Amazing shout out to Adeyemi Okolawo, who played my husband and effortlessly brought out the best in me as an actor. It's been a very, very interesting moment for me acting with actors romantically, but it's nothing personal. It's nothing more than what it is, art and acting. There are romantic ways you can be in tune with an actor without really getting physical, and the audience wouldn't tell. Marriage and relationships, super shout out to everybody who's strong enough to do it. For me, marriage is a divine commitment and an agreement between two individuals who have decided to live sacrificial lives. So for me, I think that you get yourself to a point where you've decided to live your life for somebody else, and then you decide to get married to them, someone you can trust completely with your life. And relationships, for me, I feel like it's a place where you get to know who you want to spend the rest of your life with. So if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, be sure that they treat you well, they treat you fine, or you don't bother with it. And don't be in a relationship with someone you don't love. Because forever is a very long time. It's probably why I'm taking my time, and it's okay too. It's a long time for you to make a decision you probably would be in maybe halfway, and then you think, come on, I shouldn't have done it or something. I admire all my senior colleagues or my junior colleagues who are bold enough to take that step, and people that I know that have been bold enough to take the step of marriage. But some of us have a very huge phobia for it. I will get there sometime. Yeah. In France, I said to myself at some point in 2016, because for me, you have to grow, and people have to go through your growth and process with you. And at some point, I wanted something more deep for myself. I wanted the world to see the value that I create as a person, but for my brand. And then I decided, okay, to go for training and probably get a certificate in filmmaking. I wasn't a filmmaker. I was practicing on the job and learning on the job, and I told myself, okay, so how do we go about this? And then decided to go to the African International Film Festival for training to be a filmmaker. And then we set out in 2016 in Nigeria, and it was a tough one. We were in France, the La Seine Fabrique Multimedia Lyon, that's the headquarters of arts in the world, to study filmmaking and directing. And I think about 16 of us was able to make it. 20 was shortlisted, but 16 of us was able to make it to France and from across Africa. I and a couple of my colleagues, I realized art is very, very deep, and it's unique to you as a person. So that was a big moment for me. Shout out to Afrif and Chioma Ude. Thank you so much for the opportunity to redirect my career, because that redirected everything for me. I just want to say thank you to God for the opportunity. It's been a very fantastic one, and I hope to get better as I go along. So I'm going to continue to learn, because that's the plan. Going to continue to learn, going to continue to get more trainings all over the world. So yeah, that's about that for Afrif.